find my daughter a support worker after class on Wednesdays who loves to cook and is into salsa dancing.
Mabel is the website that's revolutionising disability support. It lets you find and choose people offering the support that you want. And because we're online, it's easy and affordable. Find your people at mabel.com.au.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to CripChat, your weekly podcast for everything disability. Today, I have with me Jonathan, Shar, Ibby D, and myself, David D. How are we today? And what are we going to be talking about today?
Yeah, hello, David. Hello, Jonathan. How are we all today?
Are we
How
all
are
safe?
you, Jonathan?
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Hope everyone's keeping themselves safe and dry today. Because today we're going to be talking about, how do people with disability deal with natural disasters? Over the last few weeks, Sydney has just been drenched with torrential rain.
Not
was
only
scary.
Sydney,
Oh yeah, Melbourne as well, and also Queensland.
the whole eastern coast.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying, David. Anyway, David, tell us,
Yeah.
how was your area affected?
Well, there was a few floodings here and there. It's a bit hard to get out and to be. There are people that have had. I had water coming to the garage.
Oh yeah,
But other people were worse off, and
that's no good.
And some people were driving into floods. That's the problem. Never drive into a flood.
Exactly. Yes, hello, Julie. Thank you for joining us on CripChat, your weekly podcast on everything disability. Back to Jonathan. Jonathan,
Yeah.
how were you affected by the floods?
Well, in my front yard, I have a detention pit, and it's basically turned into a pond.
Wow.
So it turned into a pond.
Yeah. I think everything turned into a pond. My front yard was a bit flooded, so we had a little pond as well in the front yard.
And also, there was so much rain that it clogged the drains. So my father had to buy special equipment to unclog it.
So they had to buy special equipment to unclog it. Was that expensive?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're not sure. Now, how do we? A lot of people are marking themselves safe on Facebook.
That's right, David.
Is that a good way of letting people know you're safe?
For sure, David. I think it's a great way to, I guess, know if people are safe in your community. Also for the audience, if you have any, I guess, let us know how you were impacted by the floods. Let us know in the comments, and let us know that you're doing okay. And I hope everyone is doing
And,
okay.
and anyone that had problems and what they experienced, what problems they experienced.
Yeah, yeah. So, Jonathan, what do you do in the case of, I guess, a national or an emergency?
So I guess my parents would evacuate me to a safe location,
Hmm.
but that's not, it's never happened before, and touch wood, it doesn't happen.
And
But
hopefully it never does. It never does. Touch wood. Yeah, yeah. And how about
can
you, David? Uh, sorry, Jonathan. Sorry to cut you out.
you tell me as someone who uses equipment, how would you cope if, for example, your wheelchair got damaged?
Yes, that's a good question. Well, first things first, I gotta, I guess, find high ground if there is a case of flooding in my area. Or, yeah, look, because I do use a powered wheelchair. And, with powered wheelchairs, they don't like water. They don't like any contact with water. So if I was to come across this situation, um, I would have to probably use a backup wheelchair, a manual wheelchair. So it's always good to have a backup wheelchair, just
Yeah,
in case
it's always good to have a
the
backup
powered wheelchair
wheelchair,
doesn't work.
one power one and one normal one.
Yes, and by normal we mean a manual wheelchair. And so we make sure that we're always on alert. So we always check the notifications, see the updates that in our area, and see whether or not we have to evacuate or whether it's safe to be in the area. Like Jonathan, thankfully, I've never experienced a flood, nor hopefully will I ever have to experience one. But for people with disability, they're more, I guess, vulnerable, and they can be, I guess, stranded and trapped in a flooded area. So we need to be vigilant. We need to look out for the signs. Keep ourselves updated with what's going on, because it is scary times ahead. How about you, David?
Yes. How about me?
Yeah, what would you
What's
do
the quick?
if in a national, I guess, emergency?
Well, I'm
I
not in a
mean, if there's a
wheelchair.
natural disaster, sorry.
Well, I'm not in a wheelchair, so I would also look for the highest ground, call someone, let them know I'm where I am if I'm alone, and I'll stay. I'll get someone to come get me because I don't know how high the water's going to get to, but I'll make sure I have food,
Mm.
food, food,
Yeah, so all your
and
needs.
supplies, and make sure
Yep.
I've got water bottles because when you have water get floods, the water from the tap is usually contaminated later on because it gets mixed up with sewage sometimes.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not that clean to drink.
Mhm.
So you make sure you buy water
Mhm.
bottles and drink from
Fair
that.
enough. That's a good point. Fair point. Fair point. Yeah, but not only floods. We experience lots of natural disasters around us.
Yes. And if there's earthquakes, when you go to when there's an earthquake, you make sure you're in between a door frame or something like that.
In between the
That
door
way,
frame.
it's more. That's the most safest place. That's
Thanks
what
for
I.
the tip.
Because that nothing can fall on you there.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That's a good tip. Nice, nice.
We have a comment.
Maybe can you read that comment, please?
Oh, okay, so yeah, look, thank you, Jonathan, for that. It's from Pat Jess Smith, and they said, "Do you have grab and go emergency bags?" Hmm. So, Jonathan,
Grab and go
do you have
emergency
a grab
aids.
and go emergency bag?
Look, during bushfire season, because I live near a nature reserve, I do have a grab and go bag with all my documents and the computer backup. But I think for people with disabilities, it's hard when there's equipment and supplies you need.
Hmm.
Wouldn't you want to put medication and everything in a pick up a go and go bag and things that you can carry?
I think, yeah, just vital equipment. Um, it's always good to have like what do you call it? Your meds on you. In saying that, look, for emergency, I guess bags. Not really, because we live in a suburban, I guess, suburb where we're not near the river or near nature, but it's something that I guess everyone needs from time to time in case an
Well,
emergency does occur.
yes, I think you never know what's gonna happen. You never know when you're gonna need it, and whenever you're gonna have not time, no time to pack up. So you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
always have
that's
a
it.
spare bag where you have your meds in it and spare money and
Yeah.
things that you might need in a case of emergency.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a yeah. Thank you for that comment, Jess Smith. That just Smith.
I have another question.
Yep, yep.
What? Hello, we have a guest.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul. Nice of you to join us on CripChat, your weekly podcast of the disability. I think there's a bit of an
Hello, all of
IT going
you.
on. Hello, brother. How are you?
Paul from Kenya.
How's it going? Looks like we got technical difficulties.
There is a video today
I'm glad to join.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Paul. So tell us, Paul, what would you do if there was a natural disaster at your place? I think we have a bit of an IT issue going on.
Yes.
Yep. Sorry about that. So, just a comment from Jess Smith. Spare money is a great idea as well. Yeah, it's always good to, I guess, back up if you change. But in saying that, yeah, look, vital stuff that I guess you need for survival.
I have another question.
Yep.
What would happen with your carers and your service providers if you had to relocate?
Well, to answer your question, Jonathan, if my support workers, I guess if we did have to evacuate and relocate, it's just a matter of telling our support workers where we located and what they could do in terms of providing us with the supports given our new location. Also, you need to, I guess, yeah, look, I don't really use support workers much, but if I was in that situation, I would let them know the situation that's happening and see how we can work around it.
One thing I've learned during COVID, which is applicable, is always good to have the mobile phone number of your key support workers, so if there's an emergency, especially if you have a shift on Monday, it's handy to have a direct line of communication.
And that's a fair point, Jonathan. But some organizations don't allow direct contact with their support workers. because of their confidentiality agreement.
yes, but
Where did I go from there?
I see in that case it's important that those service providers have a emergency after hours number in case something happens outside of office hours.
Fair enough. So you would let the, I guess, the organization know that there is an emergency.
Uh,
Yes, David.
I'm thinking, what would you? How can you summarize best what to do in emergency and what should we do in a natural disaster?
Look, I guess it's just be cautious. Always read the, I guess, mornings. Keep yourself updated with the, I guess, events in real
Okay,
time.
so we got to be prepared and very
Yep,
got to be
be
able to
prepared.
have a backup plan always and let people know whether you're safe and where you are.
Oh yeah, for
And make sure
sure.
you got
It's all.
supplies that you can take, like a bag that you can take that's got your medication and everything's up to date, and
Mm.
backup money because sometimes you don't. You need that. You need the money. You can't do things without money. But these days,
Yeah,
your phone's got your accounts on it. If your phone gets wrecked or your
exactly.
wallet, you forget it. You, it's
Yep.
it's hard.
It would be a challenge. It would be a challenge.
And make sure
But
you
yeah,
have
like you
backup
said,
food
David.
too
Yep.
and
Food's
water.
a very. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's a very good point, David. Always be prepared. I think
And
that's
clean
what I
water.
got.
Make sure
Yeah.
it's bottled.
Yep. Fair enough. Yeah, just I guess yeah, stay alert and keep connection. Yeah, I connect with your loved ones. See how they're doing in case of a natural disaster. Remember, we always talk about this in our group chat. You're never alone. You have a community that supports you. So reach out when you need to, or yeah, reach out.
And
You've been watching Group Chat, your weekly
Uh,
podcast for everything disability. If you can, please like and share. If you have any comments, please leave them in.
I tell you what about my final
yeah, David, come
What's your
on.
final thoughts, Ibby? Jonathan?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yours?
my final thought is I think the government from a policy point of view needs to be a bit more considerate of the needs of people with disability. I having the NDIS is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Very good.
we can say
We should check up on the people with disability also when there's natural disasters.
Yeah, that's a good point, David. But yeah, like David said before, thank you everyone for tuning in this week. You've been watching CripChat, your weekly podcast on everything disability. Also, if you enjoy what we do here on CripChat, please send us a donation. Support our cause any way you can here at Australian Disability. But for now, we'll see you next week. Take care. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.